Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York?
York City, I'm 1,000 miles away from ya, but tonight you look so pretty.
Okay. I hope you guys like the Skyrim gameplay. Last video was almost like a sensory underload, so we're gonna try something new today. I'm gonna talk about some traits I'm seeing on the rise lately. Whenever I'm going to the gym or any store, I'm always seeing or talking to people with a few of these traits. Now, it's typically dudes, but not exclusively, but they seem to comprise the vast majority of people with these traits. I'm going to culminate these into a single person, and we're going to call him Pizza Guy. Now, I've had a few of these traits at different points in my life. Never all, though, if you have all, you're fucking cooked. But I'm going to talk about them one by one. And hey, if you have the self-awareness to realize that you're embodying some of these, then you're on the right path. So the first trait of Pizza Guy is learned helplessness. Pizza Guy waits for others to either save him or fix the problem for him, even though he's completely capable of fixing the problem himself. He creates external reasons for why he can't do something, and it's almost kind of schizophrenic in a way. Like he'll say, someone else is blocking me from my goals, or I'm not capable of doing this because of some label that people are going to place on me. Or he says stuff like, these people won't date me because of my race, or I can't get the job because of my race. He doesn't talk to women because he believes they're indoctrinated by the system, so he sticks to premium brazzers with the ebony add-on. Or he says he's out of shape because the system is designed to feed him poison, so there's no point in tracking his calories. And he goes, yeah, I'll take the cinnamon bun with extra icing, please, or the crumble cookie. And then he goes on Reddit or Twitter to talk about his phenotype is doomed. Pizza Guy does not believe he is fully in control of his own destiny and does not realize that obstacles are only temporary. Okay, so another trait of Pizza Guy. He is naive and a surface level thinker. Pizza Guy does not deep dive into any topics despite how interested he actually is in them. Pizza Guy sees a shocking headline and without reading the body of the article, he sends it to his group chat claiming it's the end of the world. Pizza Guy is edging his friends to go on a trip, so they agree if he does some research. So 1 month goes by and his friends say, hey, have you done your research? And he says, yeah. And then he sends them the booking page for the flight. When the Pop-Tarts say 12 grams of protein or they say it's vegan, Pizza Guy goes, yeah, that's a healthy choice. Pizza Guy puts no effort into trying to understand what he's looking at all, and he fully believes in the surface level of whatever he is looking at the moment. Now, another trait, Pizza Guy has absolutely no ambition. You know, he finishes his 3-hour long shift at the pizza place. He isn't actually allowed to cook. The boss just throws him outside with a sign and tells him to go wave it. He doesn't exercise, so he's always gassed by the end of it. After his shift, he walks home because he didn't bother getting his license. Then he reaches home, he crawls into bed and puts on some Netflix and some
Ebony browsers.
Pizza Guy does the very bare minimum in every task because he only thinks about what doing that task will do for him in the present and does not at all consider what his efforts could potentially do for him in the future. He doesn't bother talking to people romantically because he has his
Ebony browsers.
He just sits in bed and he rots. If you want to achieve nothing, do exactly what Pizza Guy does every single day. Now, this one's a little short one. Pizza Guy is extremely agreeable. He never stands up for himself or his beliefs, mostly because he believes in nothing, because believing in something is too difficult. Pizza Guy will sabotage himself to avoid confrontation, even if taking action is beneficial to the current scenario. Pizza Guy is tolerated by others, and I mean just tolerated, but no one ever has his back because he only goes with the flow and nothing more, and he does absolutely nothing to establish himself. Pizza Guy is 100% at the mercy of others all the time because he stands for nothing. Okay, here's another one. Pizza Guy is extremely hedonistic. Pizza Guy wakes up in the morning after his long 3-hour shift at the pizza place and says, how much pleasure can I get from today? He constantly wants to be served. He believes in fine dining experiences and only goes to other countries if he's going to resort. But obviously he can't afford that, so let's pretend like he's not going anyways. Have you ever seen the movie The Menu? All those attendants are Pizza Guy. But I feel like Pizza Guy is so bad that they'd probably take him out before he even gets to the actual event. Pizza Guy will actively avoid doing something beneficial if it brings him temporary discomfort, like the gym that hurts too much. He avoids difficult conversations with loved ones, even though it could be beneficial for them. He won't change a tire himself because that's too difficult. And don't get me started on eating healthy because he's not doing that. Pizza Guy will order Uber Eats when the restaurant is 5 minutes away, a walk, not a drive, because it's too difficult to get there. Another one is Pizza Guy is a complainer. Pizza Guy will use any opportunity to complain, whether people want him to or not. He complains about his job, he complains about holding that sign and how it's too tiring, or he complains about the family, how they won't let him spend their credit card money on his
ebony browsers.
He almost subconsciously tries to bring down the morale of others, and people actively avoid him for that. He ends up complaining so much, in fact, that a lot of the bad stuff he talks about eventually comes true because he speaks it into existence. He creates his own reality and he doesn't even know it. Okay, here's a really big one. Idol worship. Pizza Guy is always infatuated by what others are doing. And by others, I mean people who he assumes are better than him based on superficial context. Like he'll always talk about what like some celebrities doing or what some streamer is talking about, like he knows them personally or he was actually there himself. Entertainment Tonight is like his crack. He'll consume that all the time. Whatever that paparazzi YouTube channel is, I forget what it's called, but he'll watch that religiously just to see what people are doing. He tends to put women on a pedestal as soon as he gets one, if he can get one. That's a big if right there. And he believes this person as to be above him rather than his equal. Now, speaking of people being above him, Pizza Guy feels absolutely powerless all the time. He always tries to one-up people clearly weaker than him. He holds on to what little power he actually has. For example, he'll hold on to a TV remote forever because he has the power to change the stations when other people want to see something else. He screams at people in game chats because he can't actually stand up to them in real life. He always abuses his power when it comes to virtual scenarios. For example, in GTA 5, he'll always choose the Mark II oppressor because that's the most powerful thing in the game, and he likes to cause chaos and things where he has control. If he ever becomes a Discord mod, he's going to be a complete tyrant, worse than the H-Man. His only sense of power, in fact, comes from the online world because he is completely powerless in this world because he fears doing anything that brings discomfort to him. And last but not least, I'm going to make this one short. Pizza Guy is socially inept and he lacks complete self-awareness. He has absolutely no internal dialogue whatsoever. He's just complete instinct. He's like a lizard on the plains of the savannah of Africa. He just goes based on complete impulses and nothing else. There's nothing telling him, oh, don't do this, or it's good or it's not good. He's just complete and utter impulse. He cannot predict the results of his actions, regardless of how hard he tries. Actually, I don't think he tries at all. So anything that he does, he just does, as I mentioned before, on a complete whim, and doesn't think first off about how this might affect other people. And this is what brings me on to the next one. He doesn't consider the feelings of other people, and a lot of the time his words or actions hurt other people, and he can't understand why. So yeah, that was Pizza Guy. Hopefully none of you have all of these traits I've mentioned. If you do, though, get working, brother. Or sister, actually. And I'll see you in the next one.